What's poppin', y'all? It's Yung Yaun, the Big Don, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I'm a dirty glove bastard, in love with a trapper. Interrogation, all I know is say nothing if they ask me.
All right, so we got Yung Yaun off the porch with us today.
What's poppin'?
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm grateful to be here. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Definitely the first one to bring. That's a hookah, right?
Yep, it's a hookah.
Nice.
Yep.
Switching it up for us today.
Showing y'all something new.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. All right, so originally from Birmingham, is that right?
Yep, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay. Did you grow up there, or where'd you grow up at?
Yeah, I grew up there, and I moved from there in like middle school. I moved to Louisiana for a while. That's where my family's from. All my mom's side of the family is from Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically from Alabama.
Okay. Was it an easy transition going from Birmingham to Louisiana, or?
It wasn't an easy transition because I was in middle school, so it was like, you know, you have to leave all your friends behind and stuff like that. But all my family's there, so you know, that was the easy part. But I didn't want to leave.
Of course.
But now I'm like,
bye.
I'm out of there.
So how would you describe your childhood? What were you into as a kid growing up?
As a kid, I was always into shoes. Like, I was always into like sneakers.
Okay.
When Jordans was coming out, like, I'm standing in line. This is when we had to stand in line. I'm standing in line overnight. Like, me and my brother and my sister, like, we always just like always into shoes. I just used to like to have fun, hang with my friends and stuff like that. But I just always been real into fashion. Like, I just wanted to get dressed every day and go to school. Like, I want to be the flyest girl at school.
Yeah. And you actually started a sneaker resale business, right?
Yep, I started that in high school. Like I said, I was like standing in line and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, let me make some money off this. If I'm like the second person in line, I'm gonna charge the person at the end of the line so he can make sure he get his shoe, you know. And I just started doing that. And then it got to the point where I just was like getting shoes and saving them. Like, I wasn't selling them, I was just like racking up. And then I was like, okay, now I'm gonna get a table at SneakerCon. And I just started selling at SneakerCon, and it just became like something real big for me. So yeah, I just always like been into fashion, into that industry and stuff like that.
Yeah. What are some of the favorite pairs of sneakers that you've owned, or?
My favorite pair had to be Jordan 1s. Jordan 1's my favorite. Like, that's always been my thing. Now I'm like more tapped into like designer and stuff like that, but I'm still into sneakers, but always Jordan 1s. I really just like all Jordans. When I was growing up, like, I wanted every pair that came out. I didn't even care if they was ugly. I'm like, I want them. I just gotta have like a stupid collection.
It's not too often we hear, you know, women be into the Jordans like that too.
Yeah, always, my whole life. Like, it's just been a thing.
Yeah. And then you came out here to Atlanta for Clark Atlanta?
Yeah, I actually moved to Atlanta my senior year of high school. It was like 3 months before I graduated. I was actually living in Albany, Georgia, and came to Atlanta, and then I started going to Clark. And I just went to school really because my mom wanted me to go to school.
Yeah.
And I was in school for like a year, and I was like, it's not for me. Like, I want to be like a business owner or entrepreneur or something like that. Like, I just seen beyond that. And ain't nothing wrong with going to school, but that's just like, I found out fast that that wasn't my wave. So, yeah.
Were you taking any business classes while in college?
I actually went to school for mass media because I was like, if I'm gonna be in school, I'm gonna like try to incorporate what I really want to do. So I was like, maybe I could be like a talk show host or something like that. Like, but it just really wasn't for me. I just was trying to do it to please my people, to be honest. And that's just, you gotta do you, be you for you, you know. So
when you leave college, what'd you get into? Did you start a business? Did you work a job, or what were you getting into?
Well, when I first went to college, I was working at Foot Locker. So, you know, still tapped into the shoe thing. When I got to college, I was doing bottle service in the clubs. So I was doing that, and that's kind of when I started coming about with my clothing line. Like, it was always the idea I would be like drawing sketches in my dorm and stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna call it Sinclair. That's just what I thought it was gonna be, Sinclair. And then after that, I went to LA for my birthday, and I got a tooth gem. And when I came back to Atlanta, everybody was asking me about it, but I didn't have nobody to like point them to. So I called a lady, and I'm like, you know, like, how do I learn how to do this? She was like, you can get certified to do it. So I flew back to LA, got certified to do it, and then I came back to Atlanta and started my tooth gem business. So I was doing that, and yeah, it's just how it started.
Did that business take off right away?
Not right away. like I had clients and stuff, but it was like here and there was new. Like it was new to Atlanta. It was something real big in Cali, but people in Atlanta, they were scared. They didn't know what it was. Like, so it was slow motion for a long time, but I was like, I can't give up. You know, people was like, you should just try to do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I had a shop, I had to pay rent. I wasn't even making the rent. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, this is what I want to do. I just got to stay. I got to stay at it. I know business ain't going to happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? So I just stayed at it, and now it's lit. You know what I'm saying? And that was back in 2016. It's 2021. And now it's like, you know, really last year when it really like, okay, this is it. So I could have gave up and missed out on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you got to stay down for real. Yeah.
Talk about some of the challenges that come with starting your own business at first.
It's just like, I was just scared. Like I wasn't scared to start. I flew to LA. I went by myself. I went and got certified. Like I didn't even tell nobody. Like I told my parents, like, yeah, I'm going out here and do this. But everybody else, nobody knew what I was doing or nothing. I just came back like, I do this now. That's just how I am. Like I don't be, oh, I'm finna do this, da da da, because people be like, you know, praying on your downfall. So I'm just like, I pop out with it. Like this what I'm doing now. But when I came back, I was kind of scared. I'm like, I don't even know which way to go with this. I ain't never did nothing like this before. But yeah, once I got to it, like I just stayed at it, just being consistent. So.
Yeah, how do you like being an entrepreneur compared to working like a regular 9-to-5, working at Foot Locker, one of those shoe stores?
I love it. It's like, it's a blessing for me to be able to just have my own business. I don't have to tend to nobody, you know, like I don't have to listen to nobody. It's like I make my schedule. Today, this is what I'm gonna do. If I wanna go out of town next week, I'm just gonna block those days off. You know, clients can't book for those days. Like I just feel so blessed because, man, like it's just what everybody wants. Like you want to have your own business, you want to be able to live off your business, and I'm like, I did it all by myself, like, and that just meant a lot to me. Like,
was your family and friends very supportive of you starting your own business, or were they telling you, go get a job? This ain't going for you?
Well, my family, they was always behind me, like whatever you want to do, you know, because I never, like, I ain't gonna say I never make bad decisions, but it's not like, you know, they know if Yana's doing that, then she gonna be good. Like they know they don't have to worry about me. So, but of course my mom was like, you're not gonna go to college anymore, you know, like of course that first thing was like, they wasn't feeling that, but now it's like, okay, it makes sense now. Like now y'all see, so yeah. But my friends, everybody real supportive, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. What's some advice you would give some inspiring entrepreneurs?
Just do it. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, like I did ask probably like 2 people that I just was like, you know, their opinion mattered. And I'm like, what you think about this? And they're like, nah, I don't think you should do that. Like a couple of people, that's when I was like, I ain't even gonna tell nobody else about it. I'm just gonna go out there and do it. And if I would have listened, I would have missed out on it, you know, like would have missed out on my blessing. So.
And so you do have the clothing line, right, Sinclair?
Yep. So, like I said, that was something that I was thinking about trying to do back in college, but you know, when you have a lot of stuff going on, life moving fast, you know, it's just, that takes a lot of time. So for a while, that was just always, I want to do this. I know one day I'm going to do this. And then when we got sent into quarantine and you in the house for months, you know, now you got time to just execute everything. So I just really got to it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to call it Sinclair France. Like, I just felt like that just made it sound like that was just an extra razzle dazzle. And I really just like put my all into it. That's what I was doing every day. I'm like researching, like how you do this, how you do that, like how do you start a business, everything. Like I just was focused, zoomed in on it. And within those 3 months, like I really did it. And I dropped last year in December, and it did so good. Like it did great. And I'm just like, wow, like I just be wowing myself every day I wake up. I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like I remember back then I was just thinking about it. I still have the book of the sketches from college.
Oh, really?
So now, like I got, when the samples came in, I'm like, it's here. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the physical pieces. It just was like a mind blowing, like just to have an idea and then have it right in front of you. That's amazing to me. Like, so yeah, everything that I said I was going to do, I did it, you know? And that means a lot. Like a lot of people, they have so many ideas and you just like wasting it. Like that's my thing to everybody. Like don't waste that. Don't waste your ideas. Don't waste your talent. Don't waste your creativity. Like just go for it, you know? So yeah.
So you design all your own clothes then, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Like I draw it out and everything. Everything is like my ideas. So yeah, it's dope. I love it.
Were there any designers that kind of inspired you or that you kind of looked up to? Like, man, if they can do it, I can do something like that. Too.
I would say like I like Off-White. I like Palm Angels, like more of the everyday urban wear, but it's still, you know, like high end, that type of stuff. That's really how like the wave that mine is. So it's like everyday, just like fly gear, but it's like, you know, high end. It's not ain't no bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So is it just women's clothes or is it men's clothes as well?
It's unisex. It's
Okay.
men's and women. I gotta tap in with everybody, you know? Like, especially with it being those type of clothes, like men love that type of stuff. But I'm like in between. One day you'll see me, I'll be sexy as fuck. I got a dress on, some heels. The next day you see me, I'm gonna have sneakers, a hoodie, some sweatpants. Like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I do both. So I want to tap in. Like, yeah, I gotta get it right for the men and the women and show them like, you don't have to have everything out to be sexy. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be confident in it. Put that shit on.
Absolutely, yeah. So what's the website? Where can people check out the clothing at?
SinclairFrance.com.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it in stores yet? Have you done any pop-up shops or anything like that?
I did a pop-up shop when I launched, and but right now it's just all online. I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to go and like have my own store or what. But I'm thinking like, of course, on down the line, I want it to be in Saks and Neiman's and stuff like that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And you also make music.
Yep.
So how'd you get into that? How long has it been?
It was something that I always wanted to do, but it was just like, you know, being a female, this is the wave now. So it's like if back then it was just like an idea, it was kind of scary, you know, like it was just like Nicki Minaj on the scene, you know, like just, you know, it wasn't really a thing when and then I was doing a lot of music videos. Like when I got to Atlanta, I just was like, I'm finna tap in with everything that I can. So I started doing music videos. I'm not being in the video if I ain't the main girl. So I'm like the main girl in all these videos and stuff like that. But it's like a plan. Like I'm meeting directors and the BTS cameraman and, you know, just everybody, rappers, everybody like, so now it's like, okay, I'm gonna use this to my advantage later on when it's time. It's just like another thing that's kind of nervous, like, okay. And then like one of my close friends, he raps, and so he would be like, okay, come get on my songs. I would come and I would like go to the studio and get on his song and stuff like that. And I made like so much music, but I just wasn't putting it out. I was just like, I don't know, I'm scared. So, and it's just also how I wanted to come out, like, and that's not even important, but it was just like something in me. I'm like, when I come out, I want to look this way. I want to have this. I want to like, you know, some people, they come out and then you see them like gradually get there. Like I wanted to kind of halfway be, you know, I wanted to have it together when it was time. So now it's time, But yeah, it was like, I was just going to the studio, doing stuff here and there. But now I'm focused, like, okay, it's time.
Yeah. Who were some of your favorite rappers you were listening to?
Honestly, my favorite rapper is Kevin Gates.
Okay.
Like, I just love Kevin Gates. Like, if you just listen to his music, he just telling stories. And like, I be listening to his music, and it's like I be feeling like I was there. Like, I like that type of music. Like I feel like I know him because he like rap about his life and shit that he been through and stuff like that. So Kevin Gates always been my favorite rapper. Like, if you be like, Kevin Gates, for real? I'm like, yeah, Kevin Gates, that nigga. I fuck with Kevin Gates. Like, yeah, Kevin Gates. Now, like, Moneybagg Yo. Moneybagg Yo, he hard. But I really be listening to, like, upcoming artists. Like, I like to listen to people that, you know, people ain't really listening to. Like, I know I seen it, like a couple of people, like I be listening to them and then I see them like take off, like, damn, I was just listening to them, like before they was even mainstream, you know. I like that because them be the hardest ones, like underrated, upcoming artists, you know what I'm saying? So.
How'd you get the name Yaun?
My real name is Yana. Okay. So it's just short Yaun. And when I was really young Yaun, that's something that came like in high school. I always hung with people that was like older than me. So they be like, Young Yaun. They'll just call me Young Yaun. So that just kind of stuck with me. So, yeah.
So what's your thought on all the female rappers that have been blowing up these last few years, finally getting some respect?
I love it. Like, it's just like to see the industry is just like, female artists that's the thing now. Like, to just see so many female artists just being at the top, like, that's amazing to me. Like, I love it. It's just like, cause it's like we can do it too, you know. Like, so I love that. I'm here for it for sure. I'm definitely here for it. It's just like showing the confidence, like women really doing it. So yeah, I fuck with that for sure.
Did people support you right away when you started releasing music, or were they like, stick to the clothing or stick to your own business?
No, that was the thing. Everybody was telling me, like, you should do it, you should do it, you should do it. It was even me. I'm like, I'm scared to drop my first song, you know what I'm saying? They like, just do it, just do it, just do it. Like, I got like a couple of female friends that rap and stuff like that. Like Lice and Keisha, that's one of my close friends. And when I tell you, she like super supportive. She like, no, bitch, drop that shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody like super supportive. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just feels so good to have like everything that I've done. Like, I just have so many supporters and people just behind me on it. Don't matter what it is. I'm doing tube jams. Are we fucking with it? I'm dropping clothes. Are we fucking with it? I'm dropping music. Are we fucking with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different, you know? Like, a lot of people, they don't have that. So it's like, for me to have that, I'm just grateful for it.
How do you balance all of that? You got a lot going on.
Yeah, we just got to stay focused. Like, but I definitely have mastered balance. Like, I go out, I have fun, I live my life, I go out of town, I travel a lot. Like, I could say now I'm only 25 and I don't live a good life, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've definitely mastered balance for sure. Like, it's hard sometimes. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, it's super easy, because it's not. Like, I have a business, having a business that you have to provide a service, much less like selling the product. Selling the product, I ain't gonna say it's easier, but you don't have to deal with people on a day-to-day basis. When you're dealing with clients and stuff like that, it's like, you know, sometimes that can be an issue. But other than that, I love it though. Like, I have the best of both worlds. I'm doing both, like, so.
What's the single that you're pushing right now?
I'm about to drop a single, probably the end of this month or next month. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna drop. We got a lot of good shit on the way, so it's like, I don't know which one we're gonna go with yet, but everybody just need to stay tuned, because I just got a lot of big shit coming, like with everything. Like the clothing, I'm finna drop my summer collection, the music finna drop, like, I'm out of here. Yeah. I swear, so.
What type of vibes is the music on? Are you popping your shit? Are you motivating? Are you? I'm
doing all that. I'm always pop my shit regardless, but I'm gonna motivate for sure. And I like to rap about shit that's really going on. Like, I ain't rapping no bullshit. Like, if I said it, I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really living like that. Like, I ain't saying no bullshit. This is really what's going on. Like, I'm pulling up in that. I'm wearing that. I'm on that. Like, no bullshit. So yeah, that's what I like. I'm not gonna say no shit. I'm like, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna talk about no shit that I'm not really on, you know? So. I feel that. What's some of your goals? I just want to be like a big ass artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, big time. I just see it, you know, like, I know it's on the way. Like I said, that's coming with the clothing. I just want my shit to be like, everything just got to be big. Like, I'm Big Don, so it got to be big. Like, my clothing, that's going to be that. My music, that's going to be, like, I'm not worried about nothing. I know where I'm going. Like, I'm ready. Everything, I just know everything going to be big. So that's my goal, to just be big in everything that I do. Just go hard on everything. I feel that right there. Okay. Any other businesses that you're looking to get into in the future? Right now, I'm really just focused on what I got going on. I don't want to add too much on my plate. It's a lot, like with the music and the clothing and my business, you know, with my tooth gym business and stuff like that. So I just really want to focus on what I got going on right now. But I'm a businesswoman, so I know it's going to be more shit on the way for sure. But I'm just trying to make sure everything that I got going on get to where it's going to go first. I don't want to, you know, be too crazy all over the place, scattered. But yeah. I hear you. What's next, Yung? What else is coming up? I mean, you got a lot going on. Is there anything else that we didn't touch on? I'm about to drop my own. I'm tapping in with the weed, so I'm gonna get my own strand. Okay. So yeah, everybody need to send me some names, you know what I'm saying, what I should call it. Big Don, you know what I'm saying, something, I don't know. Pack. Big Don Pack, you know what I'm saying, something like that. So I'm tapping into that. And yeah, it's just, like I said, everything that I got going on is just like, I'm just focused on that. Everything is just, it's just going so good. Like, everything is just going good. So yeah, that's what's on the way. New music, new clothing, the weed, my business is good. Like everything is just good gravy.
Any last words, any shout outs before we wrap it up here today?
Shout out to everybody that fuck with me, and I love y'all, you know what I'm saying? I love all my supporters, and I'm just grateful for everything. So yeah, it is what it is. Big Don shit, more Big Don shit on the way.
I'm a dirty glove bastard, in love with a trapper. Interrogation, all I know is say nothing if they ask.